You may have been to Costco dozens of times, but something is happening right in front of you that almost no one notices. You may be paying 50 to 60% more for familiar items simply because of a few quiet changes rolled out in 2025. From major brands being pushed off the shelves to product bundles that look cheaper but actually cost more, Costco is running a system so subtle that even longtime members struggle to avoid its traps. In the next few minutes, you'll see the secrets that, if you don't know them, turn every Costco trip into a hidden loss. You'd be awesome if you liked this video. Stricter membership enforcement. If you used to casually walk into the warehouse and only show your membership card at checkout, 2025 has completely changed the game. Costco is no longer as lenient as before. They've installed entry scanners right at the door to check your membership before you even reach the shopping carts. It sounds simple, but in reality, this is how Costco shut down the surge in card sharing that exploded once self-checkout became common. One member could bring a whole group to shop together, and Costco was losing millions from transactions they considered unfair to paying members. Now, that's over. When you walk in, if your card doesn't match your face or is detected as belonging to someone else, an employee will escort you right back out. The speed and strictness of the enforcement shocked many shoppers. But from a business standpoint, Costco is protecting its most crucial revenue source, membership fees. But here's the interesting part. They didn't close every door. The shop card remains the only legitimate loophole for non-members to shop. As long as a member loads money onto a shop card for you, you can walk in, pay like a regular member, and even buy gas or order food at the food court, all without paying the annual fee. Costco knows this, and they intentionally allow it. Because once someone uses a shop card regularly, chances are they'll eventually buy a membership of their own, so they don't have to keep asking others for help. The entry scanner closes the old loophole, but the shop card quietly opens a new one, though Costco still controls the entire game. And if you understand how the system works, you can save money and avoid getting blocked at the door. 2. Membership price increase. When Costco officially raised its membership fees late last year, many assumed it would be a major blow to shoppers' wallets and would surely push members to cancel. But surprisingly, renewal rates stayed near 90%, a level that almost no retailer can achieve. So why are people willing to pay more and still stay? The first reason lies in how Costco builds its core value. Once shoppers get used to cheap gas, essential items priced lower than traditional supermarkets, and perks like a generous return policy, they begin to view the membership as a financial tool. The annual fee becomes part of a family's savings strategy rather than an extra expense. Second, Costco adjusts membership fees only every 5 to 7 years. They don't raise fees frequently, nor do they increase them during periods of high inflation. This creates a sense of stability, helping members understand that the price change isn't random. It's a calculated decision based on long-term market conditions. Finally, longtime Costco shoppers often evaluate their yearly spending and conclude they save enough to offset the price increase. When they look at their total annual savings, an extra $5 or $10 doesn't change the overall value. This consistent delivery of real, measurable savings is exactly what keeps renewal rates high, even during times when the cost of living is rising. 3 secret price codes. Many people shop at Costco every week, yet overlook the key signals printed right on the price tags. Each tag contains codes that reveal whether an item is truly discounted, about to be discontinued, or a display model you might be able to negotiate for an extra markdown. Understanding this price tag language helps you avoid buying at the wrong time and lets you catch the best deals. When a price ends in 97, it means the item has been marked down from its original price. This isn't a temporary promotion, it's a real markdown, usually because the warehouse wants to clear it out before switching to a different product. For higher cost items like electronics, small furniture, or kitchen appliances, This code often leads to significant savings. Prices ending in 0.00 or 49 are usually manager markdowns. These often apply to items with slightly dented boxes, display units, or products the warehouse simply has too much stock of. This section is easy to miss because Costco doesn't put up special signs, but attentive shoppers often find markdowns deeper than typical sale events. The most important symbol is the asterisk nil in the top right corner of the price tag. When it appears, it means the item will not be restocked. If you like it, now is your last chance to buy. If not, you can keep an eye on it, because prices sometimes drop even further as inventory dwindles. Beyond price codes, there's another opportunity most shoppers overlook: negotiating display items. Products sitting on the floor, like TVs, desks, office chairs, or shelving units, are sometimes eligible for an additional discount if you ask a manager directly. They have the authority to adjust prices when an item has been lightly used, is missing non-essential accessories, or is about to be replaced by a newer model. 4. Free samples and the psychological strategy of reciprocity. Many people see Costco's food sample stations as a fun part of weekend shopping. Walking by, grabbing a small slice of pizza, a spoonful of soup, or a new snack. But behind those free samples lies a carefully calculated strategy, and if you don't notice it, you'll easily end up spending more without realizing it. First, understand this: samples are not a perk. They are a tool designed to influence purchasing behavior. When you receive something for free, your brain triggers a response known as reciprocity, the tendency to want to give back after receiving something. This makes the product next to the sample station feel more appealing, even if you had no intention of buying it before. Years of market research show that free samples can significantly boost sales, especially for new products or items with low brand recognition. The people staffing the sample stations are not randomly assigned. They come from specialized vendors and are trained in product presentation, pacing, and how to create engagement. When a small crowd gathers for samples, people walking by naturally become more interested. The crowd effect makes the product appear worth trying, which often leads to it being worth buying. The placement of sample stations is also strategic. You rarely see them in low-profit areas. Instead, they are positioned near high-margin categories such as prepared foods, snacks, premium items, or higher-value beverages. When you stop and wait for a sample, you spend time looking around, and your chances of adding something extra to your cart increase significantly. Like the video if this surprised you. 5. Kirkland Signature. Kirkland Signature is often seen as a safe zone for anyone trying to save money at Costco, but the reality is far more complicated. Not every Kirkland product has the same level of quality, and not every rumor about the brand is true. What matters is understanding how Kirkland operates, where its strengths lie, and where its limitations show. Kirkland isn't a single manufacturer. It's a network of partnerships between Costco and major companies across different industries. Some Kirkland items have been confirmed to come from the same production lines as well-known brands, which is why their quality is consistent while prices remain lower, thanks to reduced marketing and middleman costs. However, Kirkland doesn't always outperform national brands. Certain paper goods, detergents, or canned items receive mixed feedback depending on region and production batches. This makes sense, because Kirkland's priority is maximizing value per dollar, not competing in the premium category. If you expect every Kirkland product to be superior to the original brand, you may be disappointed in certain categories. Kirkland's biggest strength is its ability to maintain stable pricing. Costco purchases in huge volumes, negotiates directly with manufacturers, and doesn't invest in advertising, allowing prices to remain steady even when market costs rise. This creates the perception that Kirkland is cheaper but still trustworthy, especially for high-consumption items like batteries, paper towels, olive oil, and vitamins. Even so, smart shopping still requires selectiveness. Some Kirkland items are highly rated for quality and durability, while others are simply adequate for basic needs. Instead of assuming Kirkland is always the best choice, it's smarter to compare ingredients, packaging, and customer reviews. 6. Store layout designed to make you buy more. If you've ever walked into Costco intending to grab one thing and leave, only to roll out with a cart full of items, it's not because you lack self-control. The store layout is intentionally designed to lead you deeper inside, expose you to more products, and ultimately make you buy more than planned. Every aisle, display, and product position is arranged to disrupt your usual shopping patterns. Costco constantly rotates product placements so you can't develop familiar pathways. When you can't find the item you usually buy in its old spot, you're forced to walk through several more aisles, and each pass exposes you to new products. This increases the chance you'll develop a need or interest you didn't have before. The mindset of, "I'm already here, might as well look," keeps people in the store longer. One clear strategy is that essential high-demand items are almost never near the entrance. Rotisserie chicken, toilet paper, milk, and other ultra-popular products are always located deep inside the warehouse. To get to them, you must walk past rows of higher-margin items. Most shoppers stop to browse, and these small pauses cumulatively make a big difference on the final bill. The center aisle displays are also strategically positioned to catch your eye. Seasonal items, clothing, home goods, and new products are placed in wide, open areas that look inviting. If even one item piques your curiosity, you're already drifting off your original shopping list. Another subtle tactic is Costco's use of wide-open warehouse-style spaces. When products are displayed on pallets and tall racks, customers get the impression of direct-from-supplier pricing, which makes them more willing to try new items. However, the sheer size of the store means more walking, and the longer you walk, the more likely you are to add items to your cart. 7. The $1.50 hot dog, a deliberate loss to keep customers loyal. One of Costco's most important strategies is its willingness to take a loss on certain products to keep customers coming back. The two clearest examples are the $1.50 hot dog combo and the $4.99 rotisserie chicken. These are items almost everyone buys when they visit Costco, and they are products Costco intentionally keeps cheap, even though ingredient, transportation, and labor costs have increased for years. For rotisserie chicken, reports show Costco loses tens of millions of dollars annually to maintain the under $5 price. The massive yearly sales growth proves that the chicken isn't just a convenient meal, it's a destination product that drives repeat visits. Once people walk into the warehouse, they inevitably buy additional higher-margin products. Holding the chicken's price low ends up paying off for the entire business. Similarly, the $1.50 hot dog combo is the clearest example of Costco prioritizing loyalty over direct profit. Meat, packaging, and operational costs have all gone up, yet Costco refuses to raise the price. To maintain it, they even invested in their own production facility to control costs. This shows that the hot dog isn't kept cheap because of tradition, it's a trust-building tool. Strategic loss-taking allows Costco to maintain a reputation for stability and reliability. When customers consistently see clear value in everyday staples, they're far more willing to renew their membership and shop more often. 8. The $4.99 rotisserie chicken. Costco's $4.99 rotisserie chicken is the perfect example of a highly calculated loss leader. In a time when food costs are rising steadily and other supermarkets are increasing prices, keeping a whole rotisserie chicken under $5 is practically impossible when you consider real production costs. Yet Costco has kept the price unchanged for years, even though internal reports show they take a significant loss on this product category. The interesting part is that the chicken isn't just a ready-to-eat meal. It's the reason millions of members enter the warehouse every week. When customers come in just for the chicken, they inevitably walk past dozens of essential items. And in the majority of cases, they grab a few extras. This is the entire mechanism of a loss leader. Lose money on one item, earn it back through the rest of the cart. Costco also invested in its own dedicated production system to control costs and ensure consistent supply. Running their own facility allows them to stabilize quality, reduce exposure to market fluctuations, and maintain the fixed price longer than competitors. This gives customers peace of mind. No matter what happens in the market, they know they can still get a good, affordable meal every week. The rotisserie chicken has also become a signature part of the Costco identity. Regular shoppers see it as one of the trust points that justifies maintaining their membership, knowing they can always rely on a delicious, convenient, and fairly priced staple. 9. Costco gas stations. Costco's gas stations are one of the main reasons many people keep renewing their memberships every year. In a market where fuel prices fluctuate wildly, consistently being several dozen cents cheaper per gallon than nearby stations is an advantage that's hard to ignore. For a typical 14-16-gallon tank, you can save $3 to $6 every time you fill up. If you refuel regularly, those savings are large enough to almost pay for the membership fee on their own. It's not just the price. The fuel quality at Costco is another big reason for customer loyalty. Their gasoline meets top-tier standards, which require higher levels of detergent additives to help reduce carbon buildup in fuel injectors and combustion chambers. For newer vehicles that are sensitive to lower quality fuel, this adds long-term peace of mind when it comes to maintenance. Costco maintains competitive pricing by optimizing its operational costs. They limit payment methods to reduce processing fees, keep profit margins per gallon extremely low, and purchase fuel in massive quantities from suppliers. With fewer intermediary costs, they can offer a lower pump price while still maintaining overall profitability. 10. Ultra-flexible return policy. Costco's return policy is a major reason why many members stay loyal. It creates a sense of safety when buying high-value items. You don't need to keep your receipt. You don't have to give lengthy explanations, and most returns are processed quickly. This encourages shoppers to feel confident purchasing TVs, appliances, clothing, or packaged foods, knowing that if something doesn't work out, they can still get their money back. This flexibility is not accidental. Costco understands that when customers feel protected, they spend more and hesitate less when buying expensive products. It's a way to strengthen trust and encourage repeat shopping. Each year, returns account for a small percentage of total revenue, but the psychological impact and the loyalty it builds is far more valuable than the cost of processing returns. Of course, the policy isn't completely without limits. Electronics and major appliances have a 90-day return window. Items like diamonds, gold, alcohol, or personalized orders have their own separate conditions to minimize risk for the store. Costco also tracks return history through each membership. If a member has unusually frequent returns, they may be asked for additional review to maintain fairness across the system. Even with these boundaries, Costco's return policy remains one of the most generous in the retail industry. For consumers, this flexibility greatly reduces the risk of ending up with something that doesn't suit their needs. Understanding how Costco operates helps you buy exactly what you need while avoiding runaway spending. When you learn to read price codes, use your membership strategically, take advantage of low-cost fuel, and choose products with real value, every Costco trip becomes an opportunity to save rather than a risk of overspending. Taking control of the rules is the only way to always shop smart. Which tip from the video surprised you the most?